The Cummins Onan P2500i Inverter Gasoline Generator. How about lots of steady, portable, great-looking, quiet enough power that comes in a durable shell at a price that doesn't crunch your budget so much that you can't afford to feed your kids? Seriously, feed your kids first, but you know that. Cummins Onan has been a familiar name in the RV, let alone commercial-sized generator industry since forever. They're a solid brand and a solid name, and they've earned it. This generator is great for powering your RV or recharging your rig's batteries, and you can safely run or charge sensitive equipment like laptops and other electronic devices. But it's got the juice to handle heavy loads, including those power spikes to start up, like a portable table saw, microwave, or coffee maker. The 1-gallon fuel tank delivers 2,500 watts of startup power and 2,200 watts of running power with 10 hours of runtime at 25% capacity. That's like a satellite and efficient TV for those kids that you fed, or a refrigerator while boondocking, or a fridge during a power outage, which is great. You could use some blenders to make margaritas for up to 10 hours straight. That's aggressive, but why not? At 50% power, so that's 1,200 watts, their marketing team says it will run for 8 hours. Real-world testing? Not far from accurate. I haven't been patient enough to do just an 8-hour test, but we can circle back to that as spring turns into summer. For my winter testing, we kept changing out what was plugged in, a constant on video light, an electric snowblower, an electric heater, a jigsaw. But outside on our cold testing day, their claims are accurate enough to generally plan your RVing and keep your kids happy. If you need more runtime, you just add more gas. Also, remember to use 92-octane non-oxy to keep the engine in top shape. It helps reduce moisture contamination, which leads to corrosion issues in engines that you don't use all the time. Check out the main panel. Right out of the gate, you see the duplex 120-volt, 20-amp 520R outlet. That's a regular grounded plug similar to the outlets in your house. Whatever you plug in at home, plug it in right there. You can see that it, along with all the other exposed connections, are protected with rubber covers. On the upper left is the Eco Mode button. When it's engaged, the generator automatically regulates RPMs and noise levels to the minimum standard needed for the current load. You're probably going to use that most of the time, but make sure it's off when you power up the generator. It's got 2 5-volt USB-A ports to charge your devices and one 12-volt 8-amp outlet with cigarette lighter adapter. Below that is the 8-amp circuit breaker for the port. There's also an 18-amp breaker and big red reset button in case it trips because of an overload. There's a parallel connection port, so with a second compatible generator, you can add additional power. The best part of the control panel, the data display. Look at the info you can stay on top of. It's got a quick visual graph that shows how much fuel you've got left. On the other side, it shows how much power you're drawing. You press the button to display details on remaining runtime, power output in kilowatts, voltage output, and how many hours the unit has been in service. To the side, you get indicators for low oil, overload, and output ready. You want the output ready. It means you're good to go. That info lets you stay on top of everything. But I sure would love some Bluetooth connectivity and an app to show that same info on your phone while you're sitting inside your RV or ice fishing house. That would mean not having to walk out and see how much gas you've got left on a cold night. Still, it's great info. On the back, the spark arrestor makes it campground and RV park safe. Before you power it up the first time, add gas and oil. Gas is pretty self-explanatory, and adding oil is convenient for a couple of reasons. The P2500i has a no tools needed side panel. On a lot of competitors' models, you need a screwdriver or drill, so that's a pretty sweet deal right there, making maintenance and access simple. Then you pull off this little plastic cover, and with a supplied funnel that screws on for a good connection, you've got great access and virtually no mess. Inside, you can see the 3.4 horsepower, 90cc 4-stroke OHV engine. It runs at around 52 decibels on Eco Mode. It's pretty quiet and in line with competitors. If you're really pulling a heavy draw, turn off Eco Mode. It'll be louder, but will take spikes better. The build quality of this thing is as good as it gets. Look here. This is a great quality carburetor. Very stout. Solid needle valves, inlet hose, and those 2 check marks, different shapes and different colors. I'm pretty sure that means the carb was tested and checked on the assembly line, and then tested and checked and adjusted after the generator was put together. I don't know for sure that's what they mean, but my buddy Paul, who's way more of a manufacturing engineer than me, says that's probably what's going on. The spark plug is easy to access. The hoses are solid compared to a couple of other generators we looked at that day. Inside, it's not a jumbled mess. All of that means you're looking at thoughtful engineering and real quality control. Okay, we've got oil, gas, we've checked out the guts. Let's fire this baby up. Turn the fuel shutoff to choke and pull the cord. Couldn't be easier. It fired up on the first or second pull every time we tested it, even in the cold. Now, I got a couple of complaints from my buddies saying that some other generators let you adjust the choke based on the response you get from the engine, not just turn it fully on and off. Is that important? I think we could go back and forth on that point over a fire pit for hours. I said before that we ran the generator outside on a cold day. It powered my light pretty much the whole time, which is really a small load at 150 watts. On the bench, we hooked up a space heater, recharged a tool battery, then added a jigsaw at full power. You can see it all here and watch the power draw fluctuate. Remember, that's in kilowatts. You can hear the generator change RPMs as the loads change, and you can see it didn't miss a beat. How do you philosophize about a generator? Okay, I got this. Ancient civilizations worship the sun, which is the ultimate power generator. Without the sun, we don't have light, we don't have food. I know, we have LEDs and candles and fire and refrigerators, but without the ultimate generator, none of that exists. You can't grow vegetables or plants to feed animals so we can eat. I should switch the order of those two. I'm way more into eating animals than vegetables. Trust me, my doctor knows. Without the sun, there just wouldn't be life, full stop. A generator is like a tiny mobile partner of the sun. What the sun gives us, we can keep cool and safely store using the power of the generator. Even ourselves, if the power goes out, it can run an air conditioner or an electric heater. Literally bring clothes and your own shelter, and with the P2500i, you've basically checked off everything it takes to survive. And isn't that what we're all here for? Let's check out the heartometer, known in some grandpa's dirt floor garages as the heartometer. Boom, 4.875 hearts. Why not a full 5 hearts? It's my little push to tell the industry to get electric start on top of pull start on everything. And because I really want the app to deliver info from the display, it seems like those should be easy to add down the product lines these days. Of course, that's me talking practically, not me talking to their marketing departments. I get it. You need price tiers and feature differences. Big shout out and thank you to Cummins for sending the Onan P2500i Inverter gasoline generator for review. It's portable and tough, and let's be honest, it's pretty. This is a great generator that stands above many competitors at a great price. And they've got a huge assembly facility right up the road from me in Fridley, Minnesota. The President of the United States was just in their Fridley plant talking to employees and to the country. I don't care what your politics are, that's pretty sweet. It's a great product. #America. Look sharp on the road and at camp with gear from the RVing store. It's the best gear from the best RV magazine on the planet.